What? The round-faced man stared at Dustin, who was cool as a cucumber, in shock. He knew very well how much the steel whip could withstand and how much pain it could cause. Not even the strongest of men could take more than 10 whips in one go, yet Dustin looked perfectly fine after enduring more than that. In fact, he'd made 3 whips shatter. What the hell was going on? Brat, what sort of sorcery do you have going on? He snarled. Look, cut the crap and do what you need to. Dustin yawned. His nonchalance made the round-faced man's blood boil. Fucking hell. I'd like to see you survive this. The round-faced man swiped his subordinate's sword and swung it at Dustin. There were 2 loud clangs as the blade came into contact with Dustin's body twice. He was fine, but the blade became chipped. Is that an adamantine shield? Jade's eyes widened. As a member of the martial world, she immediately realized what was up. The fact that Dustin could make himself impermeable to weapons proved that he'd learned the art of defense. However, it would take a huge toll on one's internal energy. Most martial artists wouldn't be able to keep it up for long. Regular weapons won't do anything to him. We have to bring in a pro, Jade said. I'll admit this brat isn't your run-of-the-mill martial artist. It's no wonder you guys had problems dealing with him. It's too bad he's up against me, though. The round-faced man narrowed his eyes. Do you have any way of dealing with him? Jade asked tentatively. We soldiers are only good at taking down enemy forces. Torture devices aren't our forte. It doesn't matter, though. I know someone in the Ministry of Penalties that's an expert in this. Once he's here, this brat will beg for death. The round-faced man bared his teeth in a savage grin. And who is this expert? Jade's eyes lit up. One of the Ministry of Penalties' 2 most powerful executioners, Blood Beast. Wait, you know him? Jade gasped. She wasn't a member of the authorities but had still heard of Blood Beast. Rumor had it that he murdered people without blinking an eye and loved drinking human blood. Throughout his career with the Ministry of Penalties, hundreds, if not thousands, of people had died at his hands. Each and every one of them had died horrible deaths after being subject to inhumane torture. Anyone who found themselves in his hands truly wished for death. That was why most criminals chose to take their lives before landing in Bloodbeast's hands. At least their deaths would be swift and painless. Torturing others is Bloodbeast's favorite pastime, and he's taken a particular liking for tormenting powerful martial artists because of how hard they are to kill. Someone like this brat is right up his alley. The round-faced man's eyes gleamed menacingly. This brat won't stand a chance against Bloodbeast, no matter how impermeable he is. Provided you can get Bloodbeast to agree to this, of course. Jade sneered. She wasn't asking for much. All she wanted was for Dustin to be subject to the most inhumane torture possible. I'll contact him right now. The round-faced man pulled out his phone and started punching in a number. Enjoy your final moments of peace, Rhys. Once Bloodbeast is here, you'll be done for. Jade looked at Dustin contemptuously. He'd talked about karma biting one in the ass, hadn't he? She wanted him to have a taste of his own medicine. Dustin couldn't even be bothered to spare a glance. He shut his eyes, taking the chance to rest them. Jade, it's far too hot, standing in the sun. Let's go sit in the shade. The round-faced man led Jade over to the table after hanging up. After a moment, Dustin suddenly said, Hey, I'm hungry. Is there anything to eat? Hungry, are you? Someone get him some refreshments. The round-faced man smirked. Soon, a soldier placed some food and drinks by Dustin's feet. How am I supposed to eat when I'm bound like this? Can you loosen them? Dustin asked coolly. The round-faced man burst into derisive laughter. Giving you some sustenance is the extent of my generosity. It's not my problem if you can't reach it. Since you're so powerful, why don't you try breaking free of the chains?